All right, today is December 29th, 2016, and right now at midnight, or 11:59, we have a temperature of 55 degrees. The relative humidity is 59%. The barometer is down slightly. It's at the 30.05 inches, and we have a dew point of 41 degrees. And there is some rain falling in the foothills. We'll take a look at the Doppler map here in a few minutes. Right now, we're looking at the infrared loop for the western U.S. We can see that since yesterday's video, we've seen some development right here in this low pressure system sitting right off of California. If you go to the big map, the water vapor map for the Northeast Pacific, in yesterday's map, we noticed that this was very, very little development in the core of that system. And so what they've done is they pulled the power off of this area right here. And so this has been allowed to develop. The power level has been dialed back a little bit. And we can see that this is now generating some moisture, and the blockade around this system is nowhere near what it was yesterday. Also, we have some tropical moisture right here starting to move into Southern California, actually, and just barely getting into San Diego. We'll take a look at that here. Also, this has developed over the last day as well. This low pressure system right here, this is a mid and upper level low pressure. Take a look at that. The jet stream is winding around this and out through to the east. And of course, there is high pressure here to separate these two low pressure systems. There's another one right here trying to develop. There's high pressure right here, right there. Of course, there's a clockwise rotation going on. And then we still have high pressure in here to maintain the separation between these two. All right, let's take a look at the infrared map. We can see that all this moisture developing right here in the vortex of that low pressure, and that is starting to move into Southern California. Right now, I was just outside. There's no chemtrails in the skies, so we are starting to see a little bit of damp weather developing, and I felt a couple of drops, so that's a good sign. Let's look at the water vapor loop here for the western U.S. We can see both of these low pressure systems. This is a much bigger one. This just formed here yesterday. It's very large, by the way. That's bigger than the Gulf of Mexico, this entire area right here. And we see this tropical pineapple express flow wanting to move north right into California here, Southern California, and they've got high pressure installed all through here, and that is forcing this to make a right turn out to the east, as we can see right here. Let's look at the Southern California map. This is the water vapor map. We can see this approaching moisture field right here. Right now we're getting the rain from the center of that low. They've pulled the transmitter power off of that, and that is allowing development, and that's what we're seeing. And since there's no chemtrail spraying in the Southern California area, what do we see? We have some rain right here on the Doppler map. Most of this is offshore. We'll zoom out a little bit. You can see there's some yellow out here, some heavier rain. But all this is moving in, and maybe we can get a quarter inch out of this. Who knows? Maybe a half inch. So have to wait and see. We've got some rain here in the mountains. These mountains are around 5,000 feet all through here. Over here it's around 10,000 feet. Mount Baldy right there. And then we have Big Bear and all these other mountains out here. Okay, so we do have some rain on tap, and hopefully that'll allow this to move in without these transmitters manipulating the rain patterns, as we've seen in the past. Keep an eye on all this. Here's the surface analysis map, and we can see two big areas of high pressure that have been installed right on either side of this very large cold front. And we have this spinning gale, which is that very large low pressure system I was mentioning, the size of probably larger than the Gulf of Mexico. So this is spinning, and they've got it indicated to be moving west. And then we have that system right offshore down right in this area. All right, let's take a look at the jet stream map. There it is. And it's winding around these lows. There's a low over here, one right here. Or actually, there's one big one here, and then there's another one right here, which is delivering the rain. So we should be getting rain not only from this low, but also this flow right here, this tropical Pineapple Express. All this should be moving right into California. And of course, the reason we're not getting substantial rain once again is because of all the transmitter manipulation. And that's what all these jaggies, these squiggly lines are all indicating varying degrees of high and low pressure right at these points from the transmitter activity, and that is that's stopping our rain. This can be done with RF, or it can be or chemtrail activity. So today, the chemtrail activity was mainly offshore. I saw some aerosols being sprayed on the towards the south. Here we see the flow here, this Pineapple Express. We have two mid-level lows right here, and that high pressure we had over here, which is spinning clockwise. Okay, now the 300 millibar, we see these lows again, squiggly lines all through here. That is a transmitter manipulation. That's what's causing these blips in these isobars. That's not a software glitch. That's not anything but just what it is, and that's the transmitters at work. And this is accurately depicting the changes in pressure along that line right there, that isobar. Okay, now let's go back to the other map here. Take another look at the water vapor map. And again, we should be seeing a lot of rain from this. Here just a few hours ago, that right there was a right angle, right there. So they are manipulating the, what they've done is we've got a spinning a core, a vortex, the center of this, and by putting a right angle on this, they've unhinged this developing frontal system from spinning into that core. So they're separating this frontal system from the very core of the low pressure system, and that's how they throttle these systems back and control them. And we can see a straight edge right down here and over right there. So they are manipulating that system. We can see it right here as well. There's a straight edge there, and also right here we can see a lot of evaporation. Okay, so that's it. We'll do another update tomorrow.